Hello, my fellow chess bros. We are back at it again with another educational and epic game of chess. I have reached 1900 recently, but we have lost. So today we are playing my friend from Turkey because I know he won't cheat. And so we're pretty even in strength. We're both like right at the cusp of 1900. To be fair, I think he's slightly better than I am, but the score is 1-1. So we're hopping into the bishop's opening right now. I know that I'm supposed to play this move. This is the best move, but I don't like playing it because I don't actually know the theory behind it. But I know it's the best move. So is it really the best move if I don't know the second best move follow-up? So in this case, I think I can just take this pawn. No, what do I do here? Help. Do I defend? Do I develop this knight, but then he just takes, then I take? I think we're just going to develop the knight. If he takes, I take back with the queen. I don't love it, but that's what we're going to do. And already, on move 4, I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to pin this knight because I feel like this knight is somewhat of a problem right now. And we're also playing plus 2-second increment because losing on time is absolutely tragic. We're going to tickle the bishop. If he trades, I'm quite happy with that. If he scoots back, also, I'm happy with that. And now the idea of taking here comes with me trading off the queens. So I quite like that. So trade. If he scoots the knight back, then we just trade this, and I basically got a pawn. Okay, so I think that we have to do this. I need to castle. If I take, I want to castle long. That seems like what I should do here, right? Castle long and just accept. No, I think his attack is going to be too much faster than mine. That would make an exciting game, but I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to win it. If I castle this way, he's basically got a really simple plan of kill me. And so if he takes here, so I think we got to take this first. Take. If he takes back, I mean, that's kind of what's to be expected here. And I believe I just have to castle this way. If I castle any other way, I just don't think it's good. I would have loved to castle the other direction. I think that this rook is probably my worst piece right now. So I think putting it on the open file makes a fair bit of sense. Then maybe moving my queen so that this pawn push or pawn support becomes an idea. He's going for this pawn. I think the easy solution for that is to scoot back. If he pushes, well, then we've got a little bit of a situation on our hands. That's to be fair. I think we're going to do it. Probably we see this pawn push. Then I might have to defend with that rook that was so active. Okay. This pin is actually a little bit enjoyable because if he does move somewhere, I can take. So if I scoot back, this pawn push doesn't seem so great for him. I can also scoot back and attack the queen, but then my bishop isn't doing a whole lot. Or I can scoot back and then I have the idea of this. We're going to scoot back. Probably we see this pawn push because this pin is horrendous for our opponent over here. If we do see this pawn push, I could just get in, and that might be very hard to deal with. Okay, so he wants my bishop. He's got two things attacking this. I could trade. I'm like moving around. I'm not thinking about all that much, that's for sure. I think scooting back and attacking this pawn makes sense. But he's got two things attacking this. What if I just remove one of them? Then your bishop's in kind of a weird square. Like take, infiltrate. Here. If you trade, I get in. But then you got too many things attacking this pawn. You're not supposed to just trade stuff off for no reason. Here. We're doing it. It's not for no reason. It's because that guy's attacking my pawn in the middle, and I haven't been fast enough to actually scoot aside and let a pawn defend the pawn. I've got a bunch of minor pieces and important pieces defending that pawn right there. So the original idea was to infiltrate. That was the original idea. I can go for something like this, like here. I'm attacking the queen. That might be the best move. Go for that. If he takes, then I take. So here. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. He takes, I take. That hung this pawn. He takes, and I hung my pawn. Oh, dear Lord. Not what we want. And then once that pawn's gone, my other pawns are toast. Kind of. So take, in. Then I come back. But then your bishop's, your queen can just get out. Potentially. So something like this could happen. Take, into my position, back. The only escaping square is here. And while he plays that, I have this check, sacrifice idea. So maybe the queen grabbing the pawn is actually going to be bad. We're going to take. He's then going to take. We then go here. The queen is super trapped. The only escape is here, but that walks directly into this. Right? I think I calculated all that perfectly. This is not defended. This is check. Boom. You got to deal with that. Then the queens see each other. I calculated that pretty well, actually. I'm going to tell him to play on. No! He just resigned. I was like, please play the whole game. I mean, to be fair, what is he going to do? Take, and then I take? Still. Tactics. So one of the most important things to learn from a position like this is the queen pawn goblin is never good. It's like, it's only good if you have a very clear way to escape. Like if you can like take a pawn and then fly back to your side of the board nice and safe, then it's worth it. But like this was actually, this pawn was defended tactically. So we'll check it with the computer, but I'm fairly certain that this is not great because, I mean, like, what is he going to do? He could get out of that check, actually. That would make sense. He could, like, scoot out of the check. I mean, if I came with another check, then the queen idea doesn't make any sense. So I think, believe it or not, a move like this would actually probably be the top computer line. All right, let's check out the computer, and I'll see you over there. And here we are on the analysis. And doesn't feel the greatest to beat your friend with a cheap trick like that, but you know what I mean? A win is a win, and it was casual, so I didn't even gain any ELA from that. So either way, there was definitely some things that we can learn from this game. Thing number one is I'm supposed to take here and just allow this because I can like attack you, you scoot out, and then I kind of maintain my lead in development for equal material. Would have made sense. Or even up a pawn because, no, it would have been equal material. So either way, this tension of d4 and e5, these pawns were looking at each other for way too long. And if we scroll back to the beginning, like I was supposed to take, then he was supposed to take, then I was supposed to take, then one of his moves is he was supposed to take, then I was supposed to take, then he was supposed to take, then I was supposed to take. We had to deal with all this. Again, he was supposed to take. Finally, I take. Bro, that was too many moves in a row where we were supposed to trade and we just neglected to do so. I don't know what we were thinking about other than this tension in the middle of the board. Like, obviously, one of us had to do it, and we just didn't want to do it. Now, the other thing is I wanted, during some of these positions, it says that I can castle this way. The main reason that I didn't is because I was going to get hit with this, scoot back, and then this was coming one more move away. So basically, it would have been like boom, 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 or boom. And I'm just going to get attacked on this side of the board way faster than I have any sort of attack over here. So we castle this way, playing it safe, and then we put a rook to the open file, best move. And then here I missed just a nice and simple tactic. This queen move is attacking a pawn, and I was way too focused on losing this pawn. Really what I could have done is sacrifice. If you take back, then I attack this. You can't really move this rook because this. So, like, the best move, it's saying to just ignore the position and just get a knight involved. But then I can just take. And then you take back. And then this rook is stuck defending this. I can then scoot back, and this whole idea is way different now because now you're down material. And so I missed this whole idea. I should have thought about more what I want. I was thinking about, what does the opponent want? The opponent wants to take this pawn. And that's not good for me. Even though it's not terrible, it's not good for me. And so I could have just calculated this. You take back, then this is defended. I even mentioned this pin. I even mentioned that I quite liked that pin. And so, again, he gave me the situation, and I spent 30 seconds. This is not that hard to calculate. Take, I'm getting in. And you can't really move to attack me, or else I'm really getting in. And then you lose the rook with the whatever. So, sucks. The best part is this wasn't the best move, but it was definitely a move. I was supposed to just infiltrate. This idea didn't really work because there was a way for his queen to get out. Right now, he feels trapped because this is most definitely a scary move. And then you have to go here, or then you could go here because I'm not attacking this. So you don't even have to go here. But what he was supposed to do was just go for the pawn push, because essentially the queen feels trapped. But if I ever come over to attack it with my rook, then this file opens up and you can escape. And so he's not as trapped as he feels. He feels really trapped, but he's not. And so there's no way for me to attack the queen. Like, there's nothing I can do. So it's a completely even position. But I'm going to get a little activity from his queen getting bounced around. Instead, he tried to rush it, and this just walks into a cheap tactic where I sacrifice with check. The queens now see each other. I'm not sure what this is called, a discovery. Yes, this is absolutely called a discovery. And it doesn't matter what he does, I'm taking the queen. And then I'm just going to move on to win the game. And that's that. My rook is already on the open file. So for just an example line, we take here. Not really sure what his best plan of strategy is. Double up here. I'm pretty much just going to infiltrate. He comes back. I pin that. He takes my queen, and the game goes on. We're totally even. I missed all of that. But I would have thought about my moves a little bit longer. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, that game didn't go into an end game. It was just one tactic that we should have seen. The main thing that we need to learn is this tension. This tension super early on. One of us needed to trade. That was the move that needed to be played, and neither of us wanted to do it. And then I missed the whole tactic idea. Once the queen is no longer defending these guys, everybody over here is vulnerable. This pin is pretty simple. And so it's like, obviously, if I take this, the only thing defending is this knight. Then this is undefended. I don't know how I missed all of that. I was way too worried about losing this pawn over here. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure playing for you. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Sorry it was such a short game, but we'll learn from it. Thank you. Bye.